Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Prosperity Podcast. I am your host, Savia, and I'm back with another episode. So, today we're going to be talking about self care because it's September, and September is Self Care Awareness Month. So, happy September, y'all. Hope y'all out there taking care of yourselves. And as always, I ask my social media what are some things they do for self care. So, before we get into it, I'm just going to read a few of their responses. One of my followers said they wake up at 4 in the morning each day to complete their morning routine. They hike regularly, they cook from scratch, and go to therapy. Another person said long showers, shopping, take myself out to eat, watch something by myself, mani-pedi, anything alone, honestly. I like that one because when you're a parent, anytime alone is self-care. Another person said turn off everything in the house, sit back, and think. Another person stated they log off social media for self-care. I like that one. That's a good one, too. Work on creating things, dive into my hobbies, laughing. Laughing is always good. I love me a good laugh. Log everything, long showers, write out my thoughts when I'm overwhelmed, sit in silence, stretch, and shopping. Prayer and meditation, sit in silence and be mindful, go out to eat alone, sit in the tub with soft music and candles. Well, that's a vibe. Sounds like a vibe, sis. I like that one. What's some things? Asking them made me think to myself, like, what are things that I like to do for self-care? I like going on walks. I like to journal from time to time. I like to do yoga. I like alone time now that I'm a mom. Just having some time to myself just always helps me regroup and just feel better. So those are things that I like to do for self-care. I like to get my hair done, but I feel like that's more like self-maintenance. But also, no, it could be a form of self-care because when you look good, you feel good. So, yeah. So, self-care is anything that you do to keep yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually healthy. Self-care is also the way you show love and appreciation for yourself, which is very important because if you don't love yourself, how can you love anyone else? Self-care is setting boundaries, spending time alone, saying no, forgiving yourself, putting yourself first, taking a break, taking a step back, and, just taking time for you. Self-care helps relieve stress. You could be, stressed from being a parent, working a job, just your day-to-day routine. Sometimes having the same routine all day, every day, doing the same things, just like clockwork, it can become stressful. So self-care, I feel like it helps reduce stress. It helps you refocus. Self-care raises your self-esteem. Like I said, getting your hair, feet, nails, facials, that type of stuff. It helps build your self-esteem up. When you look good, you feel good. And I'm a firm believer in that. I also wanted to share a few, self-care ideas. If you're finding a hard time of, like, sometimes we don't know ourselves. Sometimes we do so much for other people. We give so much that when it's time to pour back into us, we don't really know, like, what do I like to do? What's some things that I should do for self-care to, make myself feel good or make myself feel better? So if you are that type of person and you're struggling with just trying to find ways to, have self-care, give back to yourself, here are a few tips or a few ideas of self-care. You can read for 5 to 10 minutes a day. Find a book, find something that's interesting to you, an audio book, a hardcore book. I like to read. That's something that I've definitely been trying to tap back into, finding books that's, interesting to me, that keeps me focused, that keeps my interest. So yeah, reading a book for at least 5 to 10 minutes a day. You can celebrate your wins, big or small. I feel like sometimes I know me personally, I'm a person that I'll have a goal. And once I achieve that goal, it's like, okay, what's next? I need to do this next. Like, no, take time to celebrate your wins, big or small. Even if you got through the day and you had a good day. You knocked off all the things on your list that you wanted to do today. Celebrate that. You know what I mean? That's a win. A win is a win. If you're a mom and you're breastfeeding and you were able to pump enough milk today to feed your baby, that's a win. Celebrate yourself. So just try to celebrate yourself any way you can, big or small. If you bought a house, celebrate yourself. If you got a raise on your job, go take yourself out to eat or give yourself a glass of wine or go buy yourself a drink. However you want to celebrate yourself, just always remember to celebrate yourself, whether it's big or small. Another one is work out, take a walk. Like I said, I like walking for self-care. That's something that I like to do. I like to go to like the lake and just, look at the water, give me a nice little view. I like that type of stuff. I like taking walks. So some people like to work out, Pilates, yoga, run the treadmill, whatever works for you. Walk, work out. Workout definitely is a form of self-care. I remember I would go to the gym before starting my day and I would just have a way better day. Like my day just felt way more productive getting up, going to the gym. I slept better at night. Like I really could feel the difference of getting up and working out. It made me feel better mentally, physically, emotionally, just all the way around. So I feel like that's definitely a form of self-care, working out. Journal, talk to God, get you a journal, write in your journal. When you're feeling good, when you're feeling bad, just write in your journal from day to day. And even if you don't like to journal, talk to God. I love talking to God. I talk to God in the shower. I'll talk to God while I'm just driving, cooking. I just randomly will talk to him, thank him, or just tell him how I'm feeling. You don't always have to call a friend or talk to a friend or a family member. Sometimes you could just sit and chat it up with God. Nothing wrong with that. That's a form of self-care too. Prioritize good sleep. It's very important to get good sleep. I definitely think that's like the highest form of self-care, getting some good sleep. Like, especially if you're a person that's always on the go or always moving, going, it's definitely important to get some sleep because how you gonna function if you ain't got no sleep? Like, prioritize some good sleep. Please get some sleep. Get your beauty rest. Also, take a social media break. I know a lot of people, they say social media can be draining to them. It can cause anxiety, stress, and just make you feel all these different ways. So another way of, having another form of self-care is taking a break off of social media. It could be for a month. It can be for a day. It can be for a week. Whatever, works best for you. Take a break off of social media if you feel like that's causing you stress or that's making you feel like you're comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a thief of joy, and we don't need that. So by all means, if getting off social media will make you feel better mentally, take a social media break. Self-care is something that we should be doing for ourselves every day. Take what you need for yourself because if you don't practice self-care regularly, you're risking your well-being and inviting burnout. And I think we've all experienced burnout. And sometimes you don't even realize it until it's like, too late. Like you might feel sick or you just, get that overwhelming feeling. Like it's important to just really take care of yourself and listen to your body. You know what I mean? Always remember self-care is not an expense. It is an investment. So fall in love with taking care of yourself because you deserve that. How can you pour into everybody else's cups if your cup is empty? You can't pour from an empty cup. So it's very important to make sure that the same way you're doing and giving to others that you give to yourself too. It's okay to sometimes put yourself first and not always worry about how so-and-so is going to feel or how this person and that person is going to feel, especially if you're a parent. If you're a parent, it's definitely mandatory for you to take some time for yourself, build yourself up, do things to make you happy. That way you can come back and be the best version of yourself, for your kids, for your family. Even if you're not a parent, self-care is important, period. We give so much to others, to our jobs. We commit so much. We wear so many hats, and we really forget about ourselves. Like we look at self-care as like, we look at self-care as like an expense when it's really an investment. Self-care is very important, and you have to take care of yourself, not just on the outside, but on the inside too. Like if you don't, you can't give and love and be there for other people if you're not genuinely being there for yourself. So September is self-care month. Please try to do something once a week, once a day, this month. Try to do something, that feels your soul, that makes you feel good. Do something for you, especially if you're a person that's just always looking out for other people. You're a giver. You're always giving, giving, giving. It's okay to say no this month. It's okay to say no, period. Like, you don't always have to give and please others and satisfy others and do things for other people. Same way you put that energy in for other people, take that energy and give it back to yourself. And I'm telling y'all that, but I'm practicing what I'm saying too for myself, because I am that type of person as well. Like, I give to other people, or put other people's needs before mine. And that doesn't always make you feel good. That can cause burnout as well. So this month, I just want all of y'all to take self-care more seriously. Like, self-care isn't just always about getting your hair and your nails done. It's about just taking time out for yourself so that you can feel emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually healthy. That is very important. And God didn't put us here to just work, 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 work. Work hard and play hard too. Same time you put in to work hard and make money and do X, Y, and Z for this and that person, take that same time for yourself. And that, like I said, that can be reading a book, working out, talking to God, what else? Anything, saying no, setting boundaries, spending some time alone, getting some good sleep, because you definitely need some sleep. Like, you need sleep. If you don't get sleep, you get the tripping. So definitely get you some sleep. And like I said, self-care, September is self-care awareness month. Please take it seriously. Self-care is also a form of self-love, because it's the way that you show love and appreciation for yourself. And if you don't love yourself, how can you love anybody else? It starts with us first. Like, so please take care of yourselves. We only have one life to live. We all have a day where we won't be here anymore. So just make it count while you can. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, inside and out, not just on the outside. Some of us are so pretty on the outside, but so ugly on the inside. Get some self-healing, go to therapy, spend some time with yourself, spend some time with God. If you don't really, talk to God like that, or you're the type of person that only want to talk to God when it's bad, try talking to him when you feel good too. Thank him, be grateful. That's a form of self-care as well. So I just wanted to say that, because I feel like even when I get on social media, I was like typing in self-care on like TikTok and Instagram, and everything that popped up was like skincare routines and going to go get manicures, pedicures, and going to get facials. And it's like, yeah, that's a form of self-care, because that's like, that stuff helps with your self-esteem. Like I said, when you look good, you feel good. But that's not all that self-care is. Self-care, like I said, is taking care of yourself, showing up for yourself, how you treat yourself. It's not just about the outside, the appearances, the good skincare routine, the night routines, and going to go shopping and, looking good. It goes deeper than that. So when you think about self-care, just keep that in mind. It's not just about a surface level. It's about the inside. It's about the heart. It's about how you feel, how you're treating yourself mentally, and how you're treating yourself physically, not just the outside. So, yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube, please share in the comments some things you do for self-care. How do you, show yourself self-care, self-love? Why is it important to you? Like, let me know. Let your girl know. I'm really interested to know, because I share what I do for self-care, but I am always open to some new ways of some self-care, especially being a mom. Like, I've definitely experienced burnout or just feeling overstimulated, just being overwhelmed, frustrated, needing breaks, just needing to spend more time with myself. Like, it does make a difference. Like, even if it's just like an hour. My son watches Bluey, and it was an episode that we were watching together. And Chili, which is the mom, she was like hiding from the kids in the room. And Bluey was like, "Mom, are you mad at me?" And the mom was just like, "No, sometimes a mom just needs 30 minutes." And it was just funny because I'm watching this show with my 2-year-old son, but I'm laughing because it's like, no, seriously. Sometimes a mom just needs 30 minutes, an hour, just a little time to yourself. Because if you're a parent or you're a mom, you know, like, you can't even use the bathroom by yourself. Like, you get privacy, you can forget about it once you have some kids. Like, privacy is out of the door. And even though you love your kids, you love them so much, you love them down, it's okay to need a break from them. It's okay to just take some time to yourself so that you can regroup. And honestly, when I get that time to myself, I come back 10 times better. Like, I feel like superwoman. Like, I'm ready to conquer the world. I'm ready to be the best mom, best wife, best daughter, sister, friend, granddaughter. Like, I'm so, I'm such a better me when I just get a little time to myself and I make sure that I don't forget about myself. And that's something that I've always told myself, you know, that to just make sure you keep your power and don't forget about yourself, because that's important. And it's easy to forget about yourself when you become a mom, a wife, or when you work a job every day, when you just wear so many hats. It's easy to forget about yourself. So this topic is very important to me because a lot of us tend to forget about ourselves sometimes or put ourselves last on our list. And September, we're not doing that. It's Self-Care Awareness Month, and we're going to take care of ourselves. And we're not just going to take care of ourselves for September. We're going to do that for the rest of this year and time to come after that. So, yeah, like I said, share your thoughts and your comments in the comment section below if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please check me out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Leave your girl a review. I want to keep telling y'all that until y'all run my ratings up. Because, yeah, leave your girl a review. Why not? You know you love the Prosperity Podcast. And if you have some topics that you want me to talk about too, please share that in the comments below too. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye.